Today, folks, we got some major news around a company called Enlivex. They announced the world's first prediction market token Treasury strategy under the token RAIN or RAIN, while in tandem harnessing the natural healing power of macrophages to treat inflammatory diseases. This biotech company has some major upcoming catalyst around its lead candidate, its pipeline, that we're going to hear from the CEO, who was on a recent interview. But this company trades on the NASDAQ under ENLV, Enlivex Therapeutics. This company reached out to me as part of sponsored content. As I leave all the disclaimers down in the description below, this does not constitute financial advice, but rather opinions of my own. And I want to start with the crypto treasury side, and then we'll talk more about their therapeutics. Now, Enlivex announced this landmark $212 million private placement and a securities purchase agreement priced at $1 per share. The sheer scale of the capital infusion marks one of the most significant pipe financings in the biotech sector this year. Now, on top of that, Enlivex will become the first US listed public company to incorporate a prediction markets-based digital asset strategy into its treasury through the accumulation of the RAIN token. And that is the decentralized governance and utility asset powering the RAIN protocol. RAIN basically allows users to create, trade, and settle custom markets using smart contracts. The platform combines transparency, automation, and AI-assisted market resolution to create a futuristic environment for forecasting, hedging, and information aggregation. Now, while Enlivex, the stock, is hovering around $1 per share, which is an extremely critical price point, they actually have $2.49 per share of RAIN in treasury. They also have the right to purchase an additional 918 million RAIN at 0.0033 per token, while RAIN is currently trading at 0.0079 per token currently. This is a significant discount to the market that Enlivex has obtained through this exclusive option to execute. This means if the price of RAIN appreciates in the future, they effectively have the right to buy nearly 1 billion worth of the token at the old lower price, generating an immediate massive value for shareholders. And this matters a lot because everyone's paying attention to the prediction market right now. I mean, New York Stock Exchange parent companies have about 2 billion in investments into Polymarket. I mean, we're seeing the likes of Sequoia that is investing heavily into this. The sector is now viewed as a high growth frontier of the modern market intelligence and on-chain financial tooling, similar to how decentralized finance and decentralized exchanges were perceived in their earliest stages. So Enlivex's decision to integrate RAIN token into its treasury is more than a speculative allocation. It positions the company as an early adopter of a transformative on-chain technology, much like the earlier corporate adopters of Bitcoin in 2020 or 2021. Now, in tandem, I think it's really prevalent. We got to talk about the pipeline here as well, because though RAIN, the strategy, defines Enlivex's financial evolution, Alicetra, their drug, remains the company's technological and therapeutic backbone, as Alicetra is an off-the-shelf macrophage reprogramming cell therapy engineered to restore macrophage homeostasis. Basically, because macrophages regulate vast portions of immune signaling, their restoration offers broad applications across inflammatory and degenerative conditions. So we can kind of see what's going on within their pipeline, and we're going to hear the CEO talk about recent data. But with upcoming catalysts just around the corner, Q1 to Q2 of 2026, their expected regulatory protocol clearance for phase 2B, Q2 to Q3 2026 is first patient dosing in the phase 2B, and then Q2 to Q3 of 2027, basically 3 and 6 month phase 2B top line readouts, which is going to be major catalysts for the future potential of this pipeline. But I want you to just take a quick listen because the CEO gives some pretty good insight and clarifies this in a way that I think does better justice than I will. So just take a quick listen.
Do you believe that Enlivex can change their lives and offer a therapy that actually works?
Well, based on our recent phase 2A trial, I believe we can actually do that. We discussed the data with world-leading experts in osteoarthritis, and they are also excited about the results we were seeing. In age above 60, what we call age-related idiopathic osteoarthritis, we're seeing significant responses, clinical meaningful outcomes, and therefore we are very, very excited, and hopefully we can get this to those patients out there. Yes.
All right, so how does it actually work?
Well, it's simple. We're talking about 3 injections of our drug Alicetra directly into the knee every 2 weeks, so overall 1 month, and that's it.
Okay, Oren, I want to keep talking about this because it does seem so compelling. Give me more of the key highlights and tell me what makes these results so important.
Right. So, first of all, it's a phase 2A study. Just explaining the design, we're talking about randomized, controlled, double-blind study. Patients receiving allocetrol drug versus a placebo control group, right? Moderate to severe neosteroiditis patient, and we gave him allocetra and then measured pain and function at 3 months. Now, the data in this age-related group was really substantial. We're talking about 50% pain reduction in the allocetra group, 72% more effect than we saw in the placebo group, 109% improvement over placebo in function, right? So all of this are actually phase 3 endpoints, legitimate the endpoints that FDA expects, and we're seeing already statistically significant results and clinically meaningful results in that population. That makes us at this stage very, very excited about the next steps.
Now, I just want to point out for investors seeking exposure to immune modulation, biotech, AI-driven prediction markets, digital asset innovation, and transformational value catalysts, Enlivex represents one of the most unique, asymmetric, and strategically positioned opportunities on the NASDAQ today. Again, these are opinions of my own. Enlive Therapeutics trades on the NASDAQ under ENLV. As I leave the websites and further information down in the description for you to explore, I will pass the question off to you. I'd love to know what you think in that comment section. Otherwise, I look forward to catching you in the next one.